Okay, now we continue the problems on straight lines. Actually, we are discussing the problems on part B, and finally we discuss on part D, 5 marks each. Before going to see the 5 marks questions, today I want to see at least 5 to 6 problems on part B. Look at the problem number 1. Find the value of x. Find the value of x for which the points x minus 1, 2, 1 and 4, 5 are collinear. See the question here, value of x we have to find out. 3 points are given, they are collinear. So collinear meaning is what? The points are lying on the same line. So here you try to understand that you call that A, B, C, and you see that or you can see that particularly since the points, which are the points? You say A x minus 1, B 2, 1 and C 4, 5 are collinear. Try to understand these points are collinear, that is given, we have named EBC, that's all. But one thing is that when the points are collinear, for example, because using straight line you have to use it, is it not? A, B, C, these are the collinear points. And try to understand using the concept of straight lines, we have to see that they are collinear, and you have to prove that slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. Then that is understood that the points are collinear. So what you have to consider, since the points are collinear, so since they are collinear, then what is the point here? Slope of AB is equal to slope of BC, and try to understand this implies, and here I suggest that what is the value of x? Slope of AB, A is here. What is the formula? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus y1. y2 minus y1, 1 minus of minus 1 divided by x2 minus x1, 2 minus x. So similarly BC, 5 minus 1 divided by 4 minus 2. So this is 1 plus 1 is 2 divided by 2 minus x. This is 4, this is 2, and this is equal to 2. And try to understand the cross multiplication. You can see that you take it that side, you bring this side. 2 minus x is equal to 2 by 2, that is 1. So take x that side, x is equal to 2 minus 1. What is the value of x here? X is equal to 1. So here you can see that how you find the value of x, just using the idea of slopes when the points are given. So what is the value of x? Then x is 1. So this is the way how we find the value of x when they are collinear. So the next problem I want to see that, and here also the point is to be considered, that number 2 you see, without using the Pythagoras theorem, without using Pythagoras theorem, show that the points show that the points 4, 4, 3, 5 and -1, -1 are the vertices of a right angled triangle. So now here you have to see that right angled triangle, the point is that we are not using the Pythagoras theorem. Whenever you see that right angle triangle, and you have to prove the Pythagoras theorem. But here, without using the Pythagoras theorem, we have to prove that these are the vertices of a right angle triangle. Suppose right angle triangle may be like this, like this. You see that I don't know whether it is A, B, C, whether it is right angled at B is there or not, that also we don't know. What I say that if these points are vertices of a right angle triangle, then what we prove that you have to find out the slopes of AB, BC and CA. If you find AB, BC, CA and product of product of this slope and this slope equal to -1, they are perpendicular, you can say. So it is the point to say that you have to find out the vertices, and here you have to see that how to find out this. Once again you have to go through the points, how these are the Pythagoras theorem, how you can prove this, and accordingly you have to tell the result. So what I do is, in this problem you have to find out the slope of AB, BC and CA, and thereby you can tell how they are right angle triangle. See, let A, what you say, 4, 4, B 3, 5 and C -1, 1 be the given points. See whether it is. Now I have to find out first that slope of AB is equal to, I have to find out the slope of AB here and here. 5 minus 4 divided by 3 minus 4. Then 5 minus 4 is 1. This is -1. -1 you have got. Now you see that slope of BC is equal to BC -1 minus y2 minus y1, -1 minus 5 divided by -1 minus 5. This is -6, and here also -6. This comes 1. And you see that slope of CA is equal to CA y2 minus y1, that 4 minus of -1 divided by CA, and CA y2 x1 y1 y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus y1, 4 minus of -1, that is 5 by 5, that is equal to 1. Here you have to see that particularly slopes multiplication, either you take it this into this or this into this, and you can tell the result product of their slopes is equal to how much we will find, that is equal to, yes, -1 minus 5 divided by -1, and you see the slope of BC when you are finding BC y2 minus y1 and minus, and here you have to see this y2 minus y1 x2 -1 minus 3. -3 is how much we will get it, minus how much, -4. This is 6 by 4, 3 by 2, and the slope is how much you have got, 3 by 2. Now you have to tell that slope of product this into this, and now you see that slope of slope of AB into slope of CA is equal to 1 into -1 is equal to -1. Product of their slopes is equal to -1. Therefore, AB is perpendicular to CA. AB is perpendicular to CA. So here we understand that AB, here you see this, AB, you have to see A, B, C. AB, you have to see this. You have to go for AB, you see that, and you have to particularly you have to see that CA. Slope of AB is equal to slope of AB, slope of CA is -1, and it is right angled at this. Therefore, you have to see that A, B, C are vertices of right angled triangle. So this is the way how we have proved that the given points are, what you say, vertices of a right angle triangle. Now, second problem, I want to see that what is the case you have to consider here, that look this, and already I have told you that when 3 points are collinear, even the another method is also there, and that also you can follow it. Next, I have to see this number 3. Find the equation of the line. Look this. Find the equation of the line that cuts off equal intercepts on the coordinate axis. And passes through the point you see that 2, 3, and here you have to see that what is the equation of this. Try to understand what is the problem given here. Find the equation of the line that cuts off equal intercepts. Equal intercept means x-intercept is also equal to y-intercepts. So accordingly, you have to see that. Using that point, you have to write the equation of the line. So here you have to understand that intercepts are equal. So what is that intercept you see? Solution, you try to understand. Find the equation of a line that cuts off equal intercepts. Given what x intercept is equal to y intercepts. This implies A is equal to A. The intercept form of a line is what? X by A plus y by B equal to 1. Because both intercepts are same. So multiplying both sides by A, what we get? X plus y is equal to A, which passes through which point? 2, 3. we get 2 plus 3 is equal to a. This implies a is equal to 5. So what is the required line? Therefore, the required line is x plus y is equal to 5. This is the equation of the line, and where you see that intercepts are same. Now we go for the next problem, and there you have to consider that parallelogram. I have to see how you prove that parallelogram. Of course, such problems may not be important, but at least once you see how this can be proved. What is the question now? Here you see, without using distance formula, what I say, without using distance formula, show that the points -2, -1, 4, 0, 3, 3 and -3, 2 are vertices of a parallelogram. See, we are not supposed to use the distance formula, and you have to go for using straight line ideas, straight line information. It means to say slopes and their conditions. Parallelogram you say. So how it is parallelogram? You say parallelogram, you know the diagram. This is a parallelogram. If you say the A, B, C, D is a parallelogram, and these are the diagonals. Suppose you say that A is what? -2, -1, B is 4, 0, C is 3, 3 and D is -3, 2. Be the given points. See that these are the vertices or the points of the parallelogram. Then what to prove? Parallelogram conditions is to be followed here, and here you have to see that particularly the slope of AB is equal to slope of CD, slope of BC is equal to slope of AD, then they are the parallelogram, you can say. So 4 times you have to find out the slopes AB, BC, CD and DA, and accordingly you have to tell that they are equal or not. So if it is a quadrilateral, the slopes of the opposite sides are same. So first what I do now, that all 4 sides slopes you have to find out. What I say now, slope of AB is equal to, see that slope of AB, y2 minus y1, 0 minus of -1 divided by x2 minus x1, 4 minus of -2, that is 1 divided by 6. Next what? Slope of BC is equal to, now I have to see that BC, y2 minus y1, 3 minus 0 divided by 3 minus 4, 3 by -1, it comes -3. Next what? Slope of AB, BC, CD you have to find out. CD, y2 minus y1, you have to see that 2 minus 3 divided by -3 minus 3 minus here -1 by -6, so 1 upon 6. Next what? Slope of DA we want, DA. So DA, and y2 minus y1, 2 minus of minus 1 divided by, and minus 3 minus of minus 2, 2 plus 1 3, and here you have to write that what is the question now here. Question is plus 2 minus 3 plus 2, it is 1. So here you have to see that answer is, and here you can see the answer here. 2 plus 1 is what? 3. Minus 3 plus 2. And here you have to see that minus 3 or what? And try to understand this is equal to this and this is equal to this. It means to say, therefore, slope of AB is equal to slope of CD. Slope of CD, and slope of BC is equal to slope of BC is equal to, and slope of DA. Slope of DA means that in a quadrilateral, opposite sides are having the same slopes. Then ultimately you have to tell that it is a parallel, ABCD is a parallelogram. Opposite sides of quadrilateral ABCD are parallel. Means that here you can see that this implies AB is parallel to CD and BC is parallel to DA. Hence, therefore, you have to see that given points are vertices of a parallelogram. Vertices of a parallelogram. See, try to understand how we have proved that opposite sides are parallel and they are parallelogram. Now you can understand that opposite sides of a this quadrilateral is equal, parallel, then ultimately you have to see that they are the vertices of a parallelogram. Now, similarly, you can go for the next problem, how this is to be done. Look this, number 21, I am going to see this. Sixth problem I am going to discuss here. All problems you have to work out later on at home. Now, see, deduce, or you can see the reduce the equation. Reduce the equation root 3x plus y minus 8 equal to 0 into normal form. You must know the normal form of the line, and accordingly you have to see that. What is the normal form? X cos omega plus y sin omega is equal to p. This is the normal form. So here you have to write that given root 3x plus y is equal to 8, normal form. So the point is that root 3 1 is to be divide on both sides by square root of, that is root 3 whole square plus 1 whole square, that equal to 2, and we get what we get the answer, you see, root 3 by 2x plus 1 upon 2y, this is 4, this is cos 30 degree, x sin 30 degree, y is equal to 4, and which is in normal form. What you say? Which is in normal form. You look this, which is in normal form. Now this is the way how we find the equation of the normal when general form is given. Now one more problem I am going to discuss in part B. That is the last problem, and the rest can be done you at home accordingly what I have told you. See this, what is the next problem? You see how this can be done. What is the problem number 7? You see, find the distance of the point. Find the distance of the point. Which point? 3 minus 5 from the line. From the line, which line? 3x minus 4y minus 5 is equal to 0. So now here you must know the formula, distance of the point from the line. Formula you must understand. Once you know the formula, then only we can do this. What is the formula? That I have to tell first. What is the formula? See this. Practically that line is this. What is the line? 3x minus 4y minus 5 is equal to 0. This is the point. What? 3 minus 5. So actually this is x1 y1. This is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. And the formula you have to find out the distance of the point. This is d. And now you have to tell that the required is equal to, see, the required is equal to what? That modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c root of a square plus b square. And what is the formula here? Modulus of a is 3, x1 is 3 plus b is minus 4 and y is minus 5 plus c minus 5. So this is in the numerator. Denominator, a square is 3 square and b square is minus 4 square. So this is modulus of 9 plus 20 and minus 5 and divided by square root of 9 plus 16, 25. This is 1 by 5. Look this, modulus of 29 minus 5. You see, 29 minus 5, and you have to see that directly 24. So you can see the answer is 24 by 5 units. You can tell the answer is 24 by 5 units. This is the way how we find the required result here. Now similarly, now we discuss all about the points, and so far we have discussed. Now I want to tell that one more problem if I want to take here, and that is the last in part B. So what is that problem? I tell you now. Very shortcut method I am using here. The problems when you see on part B, and there you have to consider all these possibilities and see that how this can be done. The last problem I am taking this. What? Find the equation of the line. Find the equation of the line passing through minus 3, 5 and perpendicular to the line, perpendicular to the line through the points 2, 5 and minus 3, 6, and try to understand that how to find out this equation, required equation. Question you understand, and so that simple way I tell you. Find the equation of the line passing through, point is given, perpendicular to the line. Suppose if you find out the slope of this, you can find out the slope of that. Actually, the point is the required line is passing through this, and here you see, and try to understand that required line and line passing through this point is perpendicular, and accordingly you have to tell how to find out this. Only slope is required. The slope of the line passing and is you have to find out, and perpendicular slope you must know because they are perpendicular. So suppose if you say that the line is passing through 2 pi and minus 3 6. You see that how I do this? Look, the shortcut, line passing through, its slope I am telling. The slope of the line passing through 2 5 and minus 3 6 is given by m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This m is equal to 6 minus 5 minus 3 minus 2. So m is equal to 1 divided by minus 5. So this is the slope of the line, and can you say the required line is perpendicular to this? The required line, the slope of the required line is, you see, the slope of the required line is given by m2 is equal to 5. Why? m1, m2 is equal to, since lines are perpendicular, then ultimately m2 is equal to minus 1 upon m1, and minus m1 is how much? m1 is here, that is you say m1, this m1 is minus 1 upon 5. So ultimately this is 5. m2, the slope of the required line is m2 equal to 5, you can say. And naturally one can tell that how this can be done, and accordingly. Now, so the final answer is the required line is passing through minus 3 5 and having slope is 5, and having slope 5 is given by formula, you see slope point formula, y minus y1 equal to m into bracket x minus x1, and y minus y1 is 5, slope is 5, x1 is minus 3. So you can see this y minus 5 is equal to 5 into bracket x plus 3. So this y minus 5 is equal to 5x plus 15. Now here you have to see that how this can be done, and once again you write this 5x and minus y and plus 15 plus 5 is equal to 0. 5x minus 5 plus 20 equal to 0. And this is the way how we find the equations of the required line. Now finally I have to discuss that how the part D questions will see. And here part D questions, most of the theorems, 90% theorems that you will see. But even then, what are the questions they ask that I am discussing, out of which some problems I am discussing, and accordingly we can do that. So one more point I have to explain, that while doing the part D questions, most of the derivations that we have, Those derivations already we have done it. But here, those derivations can be done in very short form. That explanation, that notes I am sending you, and you can refer it. But out of which you see that what additional part they ask in addition to the derivation, that we can see. If you do the 5 problems under the part D, out of 5 one must, and ultimately you are having curiosity that which are those 5 problems, and that I am telling you here. So the point is, I am not doing which we have already done it, but in brief I have done that. I am sending you to follow. See, the first question is that part D, look this, 5 marks, and the question you see, derive the formula to find the angle between two lines with slopes m1 and m2, hence find the possibility is 1, the slope of the line which makes an angle pi by 4. Second possibility is that the slope of the lines which make an angle pi by 4 with the line x minus 2y plus 5 equal to 0. See this question, 3 possibilities that you can see in this problem for 5 marks. What are the possibilities that I am explaining? In the examination, they may ask only like this, derive the formula to find the angle between the 2 lines with the slopes m1 and m2, finish. Sometimes they may ask, derive the formula to find out the angle between the 2 lines with slopes m1 and m2, hence find the slope of the line which makes an angle for pi by 4. And third option is, once again derive the formula to find out the angle between the 2 lines with slopes m1 m2, hence find, they may ask this, the slopes of the lines which make an angle pi by 4 with the line x minus 2y plus 5 equal to 0. So now here I have to discuss only this A and B. The part A, that already you have done it, and already I told you how to find out the formula. The formula we have proved, tan theta equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 whole divided by 1 plus m1 m2. This is the formula. Whether theta is or acute or obtuse, the formula is this. This formula you have to prove in this. That already I have done it. But in short, how that can be proved, and today I am sending you. So the first is, this part is over now. The question is, find the slope of the line which makes an angle pi by 4. And here you have to understand that pi by 4 with what? With, see, positive x-axis. Here with the line here with the positive x-axis. Look, that A part I am explaining. The line you say that angle is pi by 4. And here what is the slope of this line? What is the slope of that line? The question is the slope of the line which makes pi by 4 with the positive direction of x-axis. So how that can be proved, and that I am explaining. So one thing you see that to find out the slope of that line, and we have the formula. What we have the formula? Tan theta is equal to m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. So you go for the modulus because of obtuse. So this implies theta is given here 45 degree, and here try to understand slope of see slope of the line, you say m2, and slope of x-axis is m2, and here m2 is slope of the x-axis is m2, slope of the line is this is m1, slope of the line is m1, here slope of the x-axis is m1 you say, slope of the line is m2 you say, and we don't know the value of m2, and this is m2 and this is m1. Now the modulus of m2 is how much? You try to understand that we don't know. m1 is, and that is 0, 1 plus m1 is 0, m2 is we don't know. So tan 45 is 1, and this m2 divided by 1. So you can see that m2 is equal to 1. So the slope of the line is equal to 1. See, this is the way how we find the slope of the line. It is the case with first part, A part, that if phi is the angle between the line and the x-axis. But the point is to see that second, the slope of the line which makes an angle pi by 4 with the line they are asking. How to find out, that I am going to discuss here, and accordingly you can calculate. See that one thing, it is true that using this formula, see whenever the derivation asked, using the derivation only they ask the question generally, not for other way. Slope of the lines, you try to understand slope of the lines. You say that you can go for one line is there with the other line. This is the line, and this is pi by 4, and this is a required. This is the line is given, and try to understand very simple way to discuss that. This is the line. Which line? X minus 2y plus 5 equal to 0, and this is the line pi by 4 is given, and we have to find out the slope of the line, and here you have to see slope of this line and slope of this line you have to find out. What I say now here, the slope of the line, what x minus 2y plus 5 equal to 0 is given by, you see that particularly m1 you say minus a by b minus 1 by minus 2, that is 1 by 2. And here you have to find out the slope is 1 by 2, and this slope is 1 by 2. This is m2 is m1 is equal to 1 upon 2. So this is m2 you have to call. What is m2? And here you have to calculate the slope of the other line. The slope of the other line is m2 now, and theta is equal to 45 degree. Now what is the formula? You have to see that tan theta is equal to m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. Tan 45 is equal to m2 is m2 minus m1 is 1 upon 2. This is plus m1 is 1 upon 2 into m2. So here the slope of the line only you have to, m2 is to be calculated, and how that is calculated? by the simplification. See, what is the simplification you see now? That tan theta equal to m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. See, what is the simplification that gives? Tan 45 value is 1. 1 is equal to m2 divided by, see, m2 m2 divided by modulus m2 divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 m2. So this gives m2 divided by 1 plus 1 by m2 is equal to 1, or m2 divided by 1 plus what you say 1 upon 2 m2 is equal to minus 1. So this is the way how you can see the answer here. That is m2 minus m1, m2 minus m1, m2 minus m1 is, and that value is minus 1 upon 2, minus 1 upon 2. So here you have to see this m2 minus 1 upon 2. m2 minus 1 upon 2 divided by, here you have to see 1 plus 1 upon 2, m2 is equal to 1. So you can simplify, you will see that m2 is equal to 3, or m2 is equal to minus 1 upon 3. So the both slopes are right, and the slopes of the lines are, that is m1 is equal to 1 upon 2 and m2 is equal to 3 or minus 1 upon 3. This is the way how we calculate the results. So in the next class, and I discuss about some more 5 marks questions, and that follows. Anyhow, today I am sending you the part B questions with answer. Tomorrow I am sending part D questions with answers. Thank you.